This woman served in the Marines and knows how to survive in harsh conditions. But will she be able to cope with the most difficult and problematic teenagers in a regular school? Luana Johnson wants to get a job as a teacher in a regular school. She talks to a deputy director named Carla Nicholson. This vacancy was recommended to Luani by her friend Ache, who also works here. A woman is hired in a specialized classroom where non-standard children study. There are a lot of students in this school, and they are all incredibly different. Rich and poor, smart and not so smart, with different skin color, different religion, and different interests. However, they are all united by the desire to be popular and reputable. Luana finds out that her class consists of the most difficult teenagers from dysfunctional families. They are mostly Latinos and African Americans. Previously, several teachers had already left this position because they could not work here. When Luana shows up in class, everyone ignores her. The woman is interested in the fate of the previous teacher, and the students immediately say a lot of nasty things about her. A guy named Emilio is acting especially brazen. Luana writes his name on the blackboard, and the students start making even more noise. A woman leaves the classroom and asks Hal to talk to her. She admits that it is impossible to work with such students. Hal advises her friend to try to get these guys interested in something. Luana reads a lot of books about difficult teenagers, but she doesn't find any useful advice there. Despite this, she comes back to school the next day. The students laugh at her and tease her, but the woman heroically withstands all the harsh words. She says that she served in the Marines and knows a lot of karate techniques. Luana calls several students to the blackboard and asks them to demonstrate their talents. The woman sees that they are not very experienced and conducts training for them, showing them the most effective techniques. Luana says she gives everyone the highest marks, and now the guys have to try to keep them. The next day, the woman says it is time to learn verbs. The students are upset because they like karate more and don't listen to their teacher. Then Luana tries to explain to difficult teenagers that they always have a choice. The students disagree with her. They believe that there is no choice in their world at all. In the middle of the lesson, Luana is called to the principal. This is a black man named Mr. Grundy. He found out that Luana, her students, high kefir scoffert because this style of teaching does not correspond to the school. In the next lesson, a woman brings a poem by famous poets to class and promises to give her students a tune at an enlightenment park if they do well with this task. She says that the education department will pay for this vacation, but teenagers are well aware that this is a lie. One of the girls tells Luana that everyone considers Emilio to be the leader of this class. To gain the authority of the students, you need to make friends with them. Luana talks to Hel. She wants to understand what modern teenagers are interested in. Hel says they're listening to Bob Dylan songs. Luan teaches her students poetry with the help of Bob's popular song, Mr. Top-Urain. Using examples from this song, she explains what metaphors are. Hel complains to Luan about her stupid students. They can't even name the most influential U.S. president in the 20th century. Obviously, this is Roosevelt. But his students write that it is a snow dog or Joe Montana. In the morning, Luana and Hel come to work together. The woman notices that Emilio is arguing with two other students. She runs towards them and prevents a fight. Luana reminds them that they can be expelled from school for such behavior. Emilio's girlfriend brazenly informs Luana that the fight will take place anyway, just in a different place. That is what happens. The guys are having a showdown in the school locker room. Emilio is fighting two opponents at once. Soon, everyone is taken away by the police. Luana feels guilty about what happened. When Emilio is released, the woman tries to find out from him the reason for this fight. The guy refuses to explain anything. He is sure that the teacher will not be able to help him in any way. Luana looks through her students' personal files. There are no phones there, so she comes to one of the brawlers' house. This guy's name is Raul. He lives in a poor family with many children, and he is the only one of the children who goes to school at all. That says that Ray a capable student and called him her favorite. In the evening, the woman visits Emilio's family. Luan continues to teach poetry to her students through work of Bullies. The teenagers accuse her of suspending Emilio, Raul, and Guzmar from school for 3 days because of her. Luana replies that this is not true. If they don't believe it, they can leave the office and leave school forever. Staying in the classroom is also their choice. Luana fulfills her promise and leads the whole class to the amusement park. She pays for all the entertainment on her own. The guys are having a great time and having a lot of fun. The school authorities find out about this and express their dissatisfaction. In class, Luana shows her students the menu from the most expensive restaurant in the city. She says that the winner of the poetry contest will go with her to this restaurant. We need to find a very similar poem by Bob Dylan and Dylan Thomas. All the students immediately go to the library and reread a lot of books. Luana looks through their answers with delight, a smile and interest. The teacher reports that 3 students won Raul, Daryl, and Kelly. These guys are incredibly happy. However, there will still be no losers, and each student will receive a small gift. Kelly confesses to Luan that she won't be able to come to dinner because she works at the local supermarket at night. The teacher says they will bring dinner to her at work. Daryl doesn't come either, and Luan has dinner with Raul. It is embarrassing for a guy to be in such a prestigious place. Luana teaches Raul how to make an order on his own. He chooses the most ordinary chicken and admits that he will not come to school for several days. He has to earn money to repay a large debt for a new jacket. Luana says she will lend the guy the right amount, but on condition that he returns the money to her on the day of his graduation from school. Raul agrees. Luan goes to the supermarket where Kelly works and gives her dinner from the restaurant. The teacher finds out that Kelly is pregnant, and now the school wants to bring her to another institution. Luana is very upset because this girl is one of her most talented students. In the lesson, Luana reminds teenagers that the brain is a muscle and it needs to be constantly trained so that it works as efficiently as possible. Our heroine communicates with the deputy principal and demands that Kelly not be transferred to a specialized school. She threatens to go to the media if this girl does not have the right to a good education. Luan visits Kelly's family and tells the girl that she can stay at her school. Kelly isn't sure if that is a good idea. Hank gives birth to a child. She won't be able to study properly, but she was Mary, but Haydel Ford because her fente. She reminds Kelly that she always has a choice. It is important that the girl makes the right choice. The next day, a stranger appears in the schoolyard and accuses Emilio of dating his girlfriend. It turns out that this guy was recently released from prison. Luana arrives at her 2 students, who have not attended school for a week. She finds out that their parents took their documents from school so that these guys could work and provide for their family. They don't need a school education for this. Luana is very upset. She continues to work at the school, but begins to doubt that this makes any sense. It is unlikely that these teenagers will be able to get a good job and become successful people. Emilio's girlfriend asks Luana for help. She says that she previously dated a guy named Shorty. He got out of prison and is now threatening Emilio. The guy says he'll find a weapon and defend himself. Luana asks Emilio to stay with her for a while. The guy agrees and leaves with his teacher. Luana advises Emilio to contact the director. This is the only way to solve this problem. The guy doesn't think it is a good idea and secretly leaves her house in the morning. Luana goes to school and finds out that Emilio was here and wanted to talk to the principal, but he was kicked out of the office because he did not knock on the door before entering. Luana becomes enraged and returns to her lesson. She is urgently called to the corridor. It turns out that the police arrived at the school. Emilio was found on the street a few hours ago. The guy was without signs of life. Someone used a weapon. Luana is shikun pratikik stekt. In this way, because of the unisiran school system that does seem take care of its students. She wants to leave school at the end of the school year. This woman considers herself useless. The students start mine and BG her to stay with them. Luana collects the item. Raul admits that she changed his life, gave him the motivation to study and achieve success. If it wasn't for her, this guy would have dropped out of school long ago. Luana replies that Rahul's talents do not depend on her, and he will definitely succeed. The next day, she comes to school to say goodbye to her students. Luan notices Kelly among them. The girl says that thanks to her teacher, she also got a chance for a happy life. Other students repeat her words. They remind Luana that you can never give up because she always has a choice. The students even arrange fun dances and promise to give her candy to cheer her up and make her change her mind. Luana smiles and agrees to stay at this school